So we're going to learn how to set up cross-region replication here. And so this is going to allow us to copy one files to from a bucket to another bucket. And this could be in another region and in another AWS account, okay? So there's a few different possibilities here as to why we'd want to do that, but let's just learn how to actually do it. And so we're going to need to create a replication rule, but before we can do that, we're going to need a destination bucket. So we're going to go back here to S3 and we're going to create a new bucket. I'm just going to call it ExamPro BBB. And I'm going to set this to Canada Central, okay? If this name is not available, you're just going to have to come up with your own names here, but just make sure you're setting it to another region for this example here. And so now we have a bucket in the States and in Canada, and we're almost ready to go. We just have to make sure that we have versioning turned on in both buckets, both the source and destination. So we'll go here to our new bucket, turn on versioning, okay? And I already know that we have versioning turned on in our source, but we'll just take a quick look here. So here it is turned on. And so now we are ready to turn on cross-region replication. So we'll go ahead and create our rule in our source bucket. Our source bucket is selected here. Then we'll go next and we will choose our destination bucket. And so now we have a couple options here which can happen during replication. So we can actually change the storage class, which is a good idea if you want to save money. So if the other bucket is just like your backup bucket, and you don't plan to really use those files, you probably would want to change the storage class there to save money. And you can also send this to someone else's bucket in another AWS account. So maybe your use case is this bucket has files and you want to provide it to multiple clients. And so you can use that replication rule to replicate it to their buckets, okay? But this is just gonna be our buckets for the time being. And we're gonna go ahead here and create a new role. And we'll just call it CCR US to Canada, okay? We'll just create a new rule so we have permissions to go ahead and do that there. And we'll get a nice little summary here and hit save. And we will wait and we will cross our fingers. And it says the replication configuration was not found. So this sometimes happens. It's not a really big deal here. So just go back to replication and it actually did work, I think. So sometimes what happens is the role isn't created in time. So, you know, sometimes it's green and sometimes it's red, but just come back and double check here because it definitely is set. So now we have replication set up. So there you go.